Do your teammates give you any crap for being vegan?
Yeah, always. Yeah. Every time. When I first went vegan, they was like, that's not the best idea. Started having some success, and now they're like, oh, vegan power, right?
Hey, I'm Leif, and I started the vegan gym in 2017. My goal is to prove to everyone that you can be super healthy and fit as a vegan, and I want to share my entire health and fitness journey with tons of data and information. So I've been going through a lot of challenges so far in the first few weeks of this bulking journey, but I've also been feeling really inspired. So I met an incredible vegan professional athlete at the gym. I actually ran into him. I didn't even know that he was vegan, but that was really cool. And I also have been thinking a lot about what it means to do hard things in life and the gym. Let's jump into episode 3. Hey, Deatrich.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we're filming today.
Okay.
Looks like you had a serious workout.
Lifting, yeah. I had back
Yeah.
and it with some curls.
Cool. Yeah, I saw you curling. That's
Yeah, I was trying to get some arms.
yeah.
The sweatshirt a little bit.
Yeah,
baggy.
love that. What size are you? I've got a.
I'm really anything, really like a 2X, 3X.
Okay.
What is this?
This is a 2X.
That's great. I can
So
wear
it's
that.
we've got like some apparel and stuff that we do with our team.
Yeah.
So you got vegan superhero shirt. I thought that
Yeah.
you would appreciate having that.
Yeah, but let me see.
Yeah.
This how I change my shirt in public. Watch. Let me see.
Yeah. Let's see it.
All right. Let's see. This is not bad. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Can I do the under?
So how often do you come train here?
I train here 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been nice.
So you live here? You live here in the off
Close to
season?
the area,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow,
Cool.
It's a lot harder.
It's a lot more challenging when you're sweaty. Like taking one of the sweatshirts off when you're down.
Oh man. I'm trying to be respectful of the area.
Yeah.
There we go. I did it.
Nice.
It feels great.
Yeah, it fits perfectly.
I can get the guns in there.
Yeah. Nice.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
How often do you train?
Doing 5 days per week. That's
Okay.
my program right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to. So one thing that we're filming is we're doing like I'm trying to prove to people that you can be healthy and fit as a vegan.
Yeah.
And do that. Like we're going through. I'm filming all my like blood test results so I can track my health over time. We're filming how my strength is changing and. We're doing DEXA scans, so I'm tracking my body composition, all this stuff to just prove that, hey, you can transform your body on plants.
And what's your goals? Like, what are you trying to get out of showing everybody? Is it muscle mass? Is it just healthy living? Is it losing fat? Is it losing weight?
So, are you familiar with the term hybrid athlete?
No, let me know. What is it?
It's basically, so a hybrid athlete is someone who can just kind of do everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can go deadlift 500 pounds, you can run a marathon, you can swim across a lake, you can do kind of whatever. And just proving to people that you can check all of these boxes. And then same thing on the health side, can I prove that, like I've been getting my blood test done and showing that, hey, I'm not deficient in anything, my cholesterol is great, my hormone levels are great, like testing all of that over time and proving to people that you can be healthy and fit on a plant-based diet. So that's really kind of my goal.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. That's what's up.
So what
I'm trying to be an all-around healthy person.
Exactly.
Yeah. Athlete, mobile.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like particularly great at any one thing, but I want to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
So just be like really well-rounded, like you said.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah.
Do you have like a minute for me to just ask you a little bit about your vegan story I think that'd be really inspiring.
Can you do this side? Now that I'm outside for a long time?
Oh yeah, sure.
It's got to be a little chilly.
All right, sweet. So I've got Deatrich here with me, and I'd love for you to just share kind of a little bit of your backstory. What do you do in terms of like work and athletics, and also what's kind of your vegan plant-based journey?
All right, so played football for the New England Patriots. I've been there for 8 years, going on 8 years. I went to school at Arkansas University. Went to school here at Hebron High School. So been playing football for quite a long time, since about 6 years old. Been real big on what you put into your body, what you put into your what you put into your body. I've been real big about like your sleep, all that kind of stuff. Before it was really out there. My father kind of had us on a certain regimen, and as I've been growing in my football journey, I realized more things about how my body perceives certain foods and certain things. So as I got a little older, my body was kind of getting beat up a lot more, and I wasn't recovering as fast as I had liked. So I started to lessen my red meat intake around my sophomore, junior year, or junior, senior year, really. And then I was just eating chicken and fish when I got to the league. Still had some injuries going into my senior year. Had a little banged up in my second year in the league, and I was like, you know what, I gotta figure out how I can maximize my recovery, maximize my nutrition, maximize my gains. So I started to do some research. Dr. Sabi, Robert Morris, nutritionists and people who work out for a living and what they do. Started looking up vegan bodybuilders, vegan athletes. Started looking up just certain things that I need as a top level professional athlete, and something I can't get from meat that I can get from plants or some supplements, stuff like that. So started to really read about how big vegetables were in the sense of building the body up, how big fruits were in the sense of re-energizing the body and rehydrating the body, how big legumes were in amino acids and protein intakes. And even though nut beans aren't always the best, but as an athlete, that's what was good for me. So that's what I did. And then it's kind of like still trying to put on weight, still trying to put on things like that. So I went vegan around like 2018, and with some supplements of creatine, zinc, vitamin D. You can get from the sun, but being up north, you can't get a lot of that. So I did that. And then one of the big factors was ashwagandha that I added into my diet so that it lessens my stress hormone to allow me to actually build some more muscle. And just always learning about things that I can keep elevating my diet on. Real big about eating oatmeal and avocado toast in the morning, oatmeal for the carbs, yeah. Avocado toast, for the healthy fats, and also helps build good muscle and stuff like that. Every now and then I eat mock meat, like Just Egg and Beyond and stuff like that. It's fun to eat it, but that's not my sustained foundation, So, ever since then, I 280 pounds right now, about like 10 to 12% body fat. I gain about 7% to 9% muscle mass every off season. My goal is to keep it during the season, a little bit tougher because of the work schedule. You can't always eat. You're up at 8, go to bed at 12, back again at 5. So, things like that kind of it's tough, but at the same time, it's my life, so I just got to make it work.
Do your teammates give you any crap for being vegan?
Yeah, always. Every time. When I first went vegan, they was like, that's not the best idea. Started having some success, and now they're like, oh, vegan power, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say I have like one thing that's like looks like it's not vegan. They're like, that's not vegan. They always try to call me out, but they never catch me because I'm actually vegan. So
that's awesome. Did you were you inspired by like any documentaries like Game Changers? I think that came out in 2018. Have you seen any like other?
So I was actually inspired more so by like Dr. Sabi and Robert Morris and Alayla Africa, guys like that who was teaching people like what to eat. My wife watched What the Health. She watched that, and then she ended up talking to me about it, and so it kind of like influenced us a little bit. But it was more so the research behind the foods that I'm taking in was like my big motivation and reason behind going vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you do like all your own nutrition? Do you have a nutritionist that you work with, or what's that look like?
For the first, I've been doing it for 5 years now. For the first 4 years, it was all myself and my wife, just cooking, eating, reading, all that. But then since we have a child now, we kind of reached out for a nutritionist just to help us out, and so she helps us find people who can make meals. So we have like a meal service. So that's what we do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate you kind of showing people what's possible as a vegan.
Yeah. No problem. Thanks for having me here on the show.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks. All right. It is lower body day, and I feel just terrible.
really don't want to be here. I scratched my girlfriend's car as I was trying to get out of our driveway. Just stupid. And I spilled pre-workout in the car, and warming up didn't feel good at all. Now my shoulder's hurting. I can't even hold this stupid phone up. I didn't sleep well. I kept waking up with stomach issues. I ate too late because I got a haircut last night, and then I had to come home, shower. It all took longer than I was expecting. Didn't eat until about 8 p.m. Then went to bed, and that was not a good recipe for success. My upper back feels like there's a kind of like a knot in it. And now I've got squats, which is the last exercise on earth I want to be doing right now. You got to know when you are pushing yourself beyond what is actually good for you. I know I'm not doing that today, so I'm going to be pushing through. It's a necessary part of the process. And if you're expecting it to be all sunshine and rainbows, you're not going to stick with it. You're not going to make it long term. Let's go squat. All right, got the workout done, and that was super hard. That was a really difficult workout. By far the most challenging workout that I've done so far in this journey. I didn't do the workout exactly the way it was programmed, but I did most of it. And then at the end, to kind of give myself a little bit of a treat, I just threw in arms and I cut the leg portion a little bit short. I really did not want to be here this morning. In fact, a few times I thought at the beginning of my workout, it's probably going to be better if I just scrap this, go home. But I knew that I was going to regret that. And now that I'm done, I'm grateful that I stuck it out and got it done. It's important to give yourself that flexibility in your training and give yourself some grace. So if you're getting in and getting it done, you should feel really proud of that. Even if it doesn't look exactly the way you're hoping it would, what you're building is the muscle of consistency, and you're proving to yourself that your goals matter to you. Proving to yourself that you're capable of doing hard things, I think that is the most valuable part of the journey. And in fact, I think that's the main reason at this point that I train with the same kind of intensity that I used to do in the past. So when I have tough days, I also ask myself, what can I learn from this situation? And for me, the main thing that I'm taking away from this is I did not do well with my dinner last night. I ate far too late. I should have eaten before I got my haircut. That was my mistake, and I'm going to learn from that moving forward. So what can I do today to turn things around? The main thing that I can do better is ensuring that I get all my calories in by 6 p.m. every single day. If I set that as a rule and check that box every day, I know that I'm going to be setting my sleep routine up for success. If I eat too late, it affects my sleep. That's not helpful to me, and it really doesn't set my next day up for success. All right, so the sleep results are in from last night. I did wake up once, and that is a huge improvement. I was up for a little over an hour, which isn't great, but I journaled before bed, and then right when I went to the bathroom, got back in bed. This was around, I don't know, 2:30 something in the morning, and then I tried to fall asleep, and after like 10 minutes, I wasn't falling asleep, so I started journaling, and that definitely helped. Got 100% on Whoop, and was much more efficient in terms of hours in sleep versus hours in bed. So feeling good about that. So yeah, we're going to get to the gym. I have changed up my nutrition routine a little bit with my pre-workout, so just want to walk through that. I'm still using some Caged pre-workout. This is actually a brand new flavor that I've never had before, so I'm excited to try this. Plus it's orange mango.
Yeah, it's stimulant free. Gonna be using some of this Bear Performance protein. Got 1 scoop there. That is 21 grams of protein. Gonna add some creatine. And then kind of the main thing I changed up is I started getting hungrier in the gym. Plus, I wanted to start getting my calories in earlier in the day. So I started getting these Cliff Builder bars. I'm not a chocolate person, but this is the peanut butter chocolate and it tastes really good. So I have been bringing one of these to the gym. So I have my pre-workout and a banana before I go. And then at the gym, I just kind of munch on this throughout the workout and also have the protein shake kind of throughout the workout. Ooh, that is really good. All right, now we're actually getting to the gym. Let's do it.
All right, warm up.
All right, so I just finished my last set of leg press or squat press, and a little out of breath right now, but wanted to just share some thoughts, and we had to walk out of the normal gym area because the music's really loud. Yeah, so I was talking with Jonathan off camera about my shirt and what Choose Your Hard means. And this isn't something that I came up with, but I found this online and it really spoke to me. All right, it says marriage is hard, divorce is hard, choose your hard. Obesity is hard, being fit is hard, choose your hard. Being in debt is hard, being financially disciplined is hard, choose your hard. Communication is hard, not communicating is hard, choose your hard. Life will never be easy, it will always be hard. But we can choose our hard, so choose wisely. And that just really spoke to me because so many people say that eating right is hard, that going to the gym and training is hard, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone is hard, fitness and health in general is hard, and it totally is. But what is the alternative? The alternative is not accomplishing your goals, not feeling confident, not having the body that you want, not being able to do whatever you want and run around, play with your kids because you don't have the fitness that those activities require. There's so many hard aspects to not being in shape and not having the body and health that you want. Not to mention the actual health cost of that and dying 10 years, 20 years before you otherwise would if you were healthy and fit, and leaving kids, loved ones behind, that's pretty hard. The reason I love this quote so much, it doesn't sugarcoat the process. All of this is hard, but the alternative is also incredibly hard. That is why I am always committed to doing the hard things with my nutrition and training and being really disciplined with that and being consistent most of the time. We all have to suffer one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And the difference between them is that the pain of discipline weighs ounces while the pain of regret weighs tons. This is the pain of discipline. This is the pain that weighs ounces, the pain of regret, the pain of pushing off your health and fitness, of not caring about it until life punches you in the face and tells you, hey, you have this serious disease now, or you have these significant medical complications. We all have to pay for our health at one point or another. I'd rather pay the pain of discipline than pay the regret. Most people don't really know what their limits actually are. And most of us live life far below our potential. And I think the gym is a good kind of metaphor, a representation of that. So for that last set, I did 8 reps. And I felt after the third rep like
oh, that was pretty challenging and I would love to stop right now. But then I did another 5 reps. Even now, over 10 years into my fitness journey, I'm still constantly amazed at how much more I can actually do than what my mind tells me I can do in any given moment, especially when it hurts. Especially when it's rep 3 with some heavy weight on squat press, and my mind is telling me, oh, you've done enough. That was painful. Why don't you stop there? And your mind can convince you that that is your upper limit, and it's not possible to do 5 reps or 8 reps or anything like that. And you need to maintain proper form. You need to obviously maintain the right perspective here and do things in a safe way, but also be sure to push yourself, and push yourself because that's what's going to ultimately allow you to accomplish some really impressive goals. So if you just go into the gym and just go through the motions and kind of say, yeah, I did 45 minutes in the gym and I did some squats, I did some hip thrusts, I did all these different exercises. There's a big difference between going in and just kind of going through the motions and then going in and actually really pushing yourself and getting it done. The difference between those in terms of results is massive. So I see so many people who go into the gym and they look the same year after year, but they are just as consistent as me. The reason that is because they're not pushing themselves to their actual limits. Again, do all that safely, but keep that in mind. I could have convinced myself that 3 reps was enough for that set, but I know because I've been doing this a long time, that wasn't my actual potential, and you got to push through those kind of mindset limitations and push through that discomfort. And on the other side of that is where you will find all of your goals and the body and confidence that you ultimately want to have. So those are my mid-workout thoughts. Time to get back at it and choose our hard. It's been at least 6 months since I pulled this weight with a belt, and I haven't pulled this weight without a belt for probably 3 years. So we'll see how this goes. Let's do it. Give me a few minutes. Let me hit for another 2. All right, just hit that for 3. Last week, probably could have hit that for 6 or 7. I felt really great last week. Weights were moving easily. I was firing on all cylinders. Things were super easy. You got to understand that it's not always going to be super easy in the gym. It's not always going to be super easy along your journey. You've got to show up on the hard days and the days where you feel like crap and everything in between. So definitely somewhere in between today. But I'm in here getting it done. That's what we need to do.
All right, so I'm going to go get steroid testing for the first time ever. And it's pretty easy. I just need to pee in a cup. I actually probably should have had more to drink this morning. I didn't think about that. I get so many comments from people who say, oh, the only way that you can gain muscle on a vegan diet is by taking steroids. And that is completely false, but I would like to prove it and not just say it. So that's what we're doing. So it's totally understandable that people think anybody who has reached a certain level of fitness must be taking steroids. but that's not true. And I think I think people have much more natural potential than they think in terms of being able to build muscle and strength. So that's something else that I kind of want to prove by getting this testing done. It's possible to gain muscle and reach a really impressive physique without taking any drugs. Because frankly, the number one reason I would never consider taking performance enhancing drugs is because they are not healthy. And if there were no side effects, I think a lot more people would be taking them. But still, I think a lot of people take performance enhancing drugs without fully considering the side effects. They have a vision for this particular physique that they want to attain, and they think that it's going to only be possible with steroids, or they think, wow, it's going to be happen much faster if I take steroids. I mean, depending on your goals, it might actually require taking steroids, but I think people should reach their full natural potential before they consider taking any kind of performance enhancing drugs. And I think even then I would highly recommend you do not go down that path. Why don't you get me walking in? Say, hey, I asked about recording. Okay. Just want to be sure that's totally fine. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. I have an appointment for
For steroid?
Yes.
Okay. We'll do urine test. Okay. I will send it only its quest. But really, they said 2 to 4 days, but it's not the truth. Maybe it takes...
All time. Steroid takes time. 10 business days.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that works.
You said you want to take video.
Yes.
Video is not allowed for any test.
I just meant like a little video of me like at the facility to prove that I came here.
We give you our business card. We give you a copy for the
This
chain of
is
custody.
the
It's
chain.
a proof you did the test and at time and our facility, and you have
This is
everything.
the chain of custody. We send a copy. She will sign. I will sign. Everybody.
Okay.
So I'm on my third cup of water now. I'll try to force them out. I don't know how much they need.
All right, got the test done. This isn't actually proof that I'm not taking steroids, but proof that I got the test done. Yeah, that was really easy. But as I was going to take the test, they said, okay, take everything out of your pockets and put it in this lock box. So I started taking everything out of my pockets, and I left I'm wearing this lav mic because we were filming, and it's attached to, there's a wire that goes up and attaches to like right above my sternum. They're like, oh, that too. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I just quickly unscrewed it because there's a screw at the top of here, and the wire screws out. So I unscrewed it and then took the mic pack off and put it into the lockbox. And then I just had this like wire dangling, and they're like, what's that? They're thinking that I'm like trying to like cheat the test or something, because I've got some like weird ass wire like coming out from under my shirt. And I was like, yeah, this looks pretty sketchy. But I was like, oh, okay. And then they're like, what's that? Take that off. So I just ripped that off and then threw the wire into this lockbox as well. Like, I'm not cheating, I promise.
All right, so I am packing up to travel, and I just wanted to do a quick little overview of all the nutrition that I'll be bringing. So I haven't eaten anything yet today. It's almost 12 p.m. and I haven't had anything to eat today, and that's because I have my blood test and that needs to be fully fasted. So I've got that. I haven't eaten anything for the first part of the day, and I'm gonna be traveling today. So this is an extra difficult day for me to get the calories in. So it all comes down to preparation. How are you preparing for your trips? Well, I've got a full bag of lunch here. I've got my normal rice, broccoli, and tofurkey here, and I'm putting in a Ziploc bag because I need it to fit into a bag and I don't have anything else. So a Ziploc bag, a fork, it will work. I've got an apple here. I also have my smoothies that I portion out into 2 different containers. I'm bringing a bunch of protein bars. So those are Cliff bars. I've got a little bit of creatine as well. And I just realized that this creatine looks like what I would imagine, well, what I've seen in the movies. Straight up looks like drugs, looks like cocaine. So we'll see if they stop me and do an extra double, triple swab on that one. So I'll let you know. It's actually my first time, I think, taking creatine just in a little baggie. That looks super suspicious. And I have my supplements, so just put that in a Ziploc bag. I've got all my supplements for the next few days, and I also have protein powder, which I have double bagged because typically they want to swab that, and I don't like them opening my protein powder and swabbing the inside. So that's what we got. Pretty simple. I'm going to be fitting that into a backpack. So I've got my carry-on here and then a backpack mostly for nutrition and my laptop. And that's it. So again, it really comes down to preparation. I don't want to put myself into a position where I need to run to the airport and then I don't actually have what I need in terms of nutrition to accomplish my goals. So that's really important. Preparation is key, and hope this inspires you if you're always on the go to prepare things ahead of time, and you can always find a way to make it work. So that's what I'm doing to make it work.
Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.